Good evening, good evening, good evening. Let me make sure we are up and running, and yes, we are, because I can see us on the screen. Ah! Oh, not me with me adjusting my
We not had this conversation already.
we did, and I forgot that fast.
Oh my
That
gosh.
fast, just that fast. So first of all, good evening, happy Thirsty Thursday, everyone, or Thankful Thursday, whatever you want to call it. Thank you guys to my sisters, Miss Renee and Miss Shanae, for hopping on with my crazy impromptu shenanigans as always. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't do it. Um, Sometimes I just feel like that's when you get the best, most authentic responses is when they're not orchestrated or scripted out, right? So today, I had a topic that just hit me. Sometimes things just randomly just hits my mind and I spin on it. So today's topic that really smacked my mind, shall I say, was being coachable in life. And is it vital? Is it vital to be coachable in life? And I wanted to call my sisters on to shed some light on your perspective and your experience when it comes to being coachable. Is it something of importance to you? If it is it something that you feel is vital in life and why? Um, what does being coachable mean to you? I'm gonna take some notes too. But what does being coachable mean to you, and so forth and so forth. Good evening, hey Deb, that my boo, that my boo. So yeah, so I want to know. So I'm gonna pick on you guys. I'm gonna let you guys hop on, introduce yourselves, and share your insight on what do you believe being coachable is, and um, share some insight on your perspective of it, if you feel like it is important and why.
I'll go first. My name is Renee Hauser. I'm married and I am a mom and I am a husband. I'm a wife. I was going to say a husband. I am a wife. And yeah, being coachable, yes, it is vital. It's very important to be coachable. For one, it's great for personal growth. You always should be open minded to receive feedback from those that are coaching you. It helps you to learn new skills. It helps you to be more proficient in what you're learning as well. So yes, I believe it is important
I
as
love
far as your
it.
personal growth.
I love that. I love that. So I'm gonna spin it to Shanae. Tell the world who you are and what's your perspective on being coachable.
Hello. My name is Shanae. I'm a mom, and I just relaunched my travel business. So all of this is kind of new to me. Um,
We're
so
just talking about being coachable in general. It doesn't even have to be pertaining to the business, just in general.
as far as like being coachable, I think that it's very important. I think that it's important because in order to succeed in anything that you do, you have to be coachable.
Right.
There's always somebody who is going to be able to help you. It's always going to be somebody who knows more than you, and you always going to have somebody to look up to and mentor you. So it's very, it's very valuable to be coachable. I feel like with anything that you do, in order to be coachable, it has to be something that you're interested in. It has to be something that you like to do.
Mhm.
Because if you're not interested in it, no matter what anybody says, it's nothing that they can say to help you progress along in whatever the topic is, or the job, or whatever the case may be. It's nothing that anybody can do if you're not interested in that particular topic. So I think being coachable is very important.
That's really good. That's really good. I want to spin on that. So let's say if it's something that you are interested in, or someone is interested in, right? And they're so gung ho, and it could be remotely close to some fields or some interests that they're already alert of, or aware of, or or have some type of knowledge of, so to speak. Um, so because of that, and because they're interested, and in the case that they choose not to be coachable, like, where do you see the hiccup? Do you see a hiccup or a hindrance with that, or where do you see whether it's an advantage or a disadvantage of someone entering? And this could be like, I mean, let's just say, for example, we can use the travel business as a perfect example. If someone knows they've already been booking travel, you know what I mean, before starting their travel business, if they know that they've already been places, you know what I mean, to where they know what to expect, even if it's the same resort that they plan on booking when they open their actual business. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say they're interested because they already do this um, non-professionally outside of the business, so to speak, and they decide to start the business, and they decide not to be coachable. Do you see a disadvantage or an advantage of having that mindset?
Well,
I'm
I
open that to both of y'all because Shanae nervous too.
I think that that's a big disadvantage if they have the mindset of, oh, I got this and I don't need anybody to tell me anything or show me anything. Because the people who have been in that field for however long, they have they gain plenty of knowledge,
Right.
and they typically have more wisdom to offer the person that's just getting started.
Right.
So when you just getting started and you have the attitude, oh, I can do this on my own, and I don't need anybody to show me this or show me that, you typically will run into a few roadblocks, and it will take you longer to get where you need to be or where you want to be because you're trying to do everything on your own versus
Absolutely.
working with somebody who has already had that knowledge and that can guide you. So I think it'll be advantageous for you to be coachable and want to learn from others because somebody can teach you something.
I love that. I love
Yeah, I agree as well. Um, yeah, especially if you are unfamiliar with this area, um, in this business as well, and you don't know what to do, I would think it would be in the person's best interest to gain all the knowledge they can receive from the person who knows more than what you know. Because, like Shanae said, there can be some roadblocks that you may come upon, and you never know how to handle the situation. But if you being coachable, when that time comes, and if you run into a roadblock, you like, oh, okay, I remember this person told me this, so this is what I should do. Or this person said this, and this is what I should do, or that I should handle this way. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you sitting on a bump on a log trying to figure out what's going on, instead of you taking the advantage of being coachable. It's nothing wrong with not knowing everything. Matter of fact, it's going to help you to be more successful when you are coachable. And if you look in the, like Shanae was saying, you want to move up into this business, it's to your advantage to do so, to be
Mhm.
coachable.
I love that. I love that. So I want to circle back, and I want to ask, like, we share what our definition of being coachable is in general, or whatnot. Um, but I want to dive a little deeper and ask, like, what does being coachable look like to you? Like, you being the person that's being coached, what does that map look like? What does that roadmap look like for yourself? From a mental stance, from a how can I say, from a take action stance, like, how should that look, or what does that look like for you?
Shanae, you want to go first?
Oh, sure. Um, for me, I think that is. a person finding someone that they mesh well with, that they know who knows the business, whatever business that they may be into. Just finding someone that they feel has had the necessary experience and knowledge that they need. And make sure that you stay connected with that person. Reach out to them. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask questions. Um, what else? Yeah, just making it known that you are very interested in whatever this field is and that you want to learn more. Like, just stay active. And then also taking the time to do research and, trainings on your own. Don't just wait for the person who is supposed to be mentoring you
Right.
to, give you all the tools and all the answers to everything. Try to, do the work on your own. And then when you can't, I guess, get all the answers, then say, hey, I was reviewing this, looking over that or whatever. And, I didn't quite understand this. So, can you help me out with this? Or do you have any advice with this? So it's just finding somebody that you can look up to and respect and feel like they have the necessary knowledge that you need. And, doing the work yourself as well, not just relying on that person.
I love that. I love that. Say that last part again. Oh, that's okay. We recorded it. We gonna say that. But no. Oh, but no, Renee, you want to shed some light on that? That was powerful. That was powerful.
Repeat the question again, please.
I'm gonna fight you. What does being coachable look like to you, from
Okay.
a mental stance and from a taking action stance? Like, what does you know? How does that map look like?
Okay, so being coachable to me, meaning someone who is going to help me, that's going to walk me through the process, that's going to help me through the process, that's going to be available when I am in need of any assistance, anything like such as that. Um, to when they say, okay, well, this is what you need to do, that, okay, I need to follow that, and then we move on to the next thing. To answer any questions that I might have, to follow up with me to see how I'm doing, checking on me to see how I'm doing. And somebody who, like I said, who cares, who cares about the individual as far as helping them to get to where they want to be. That's how I see being coachable is for
I
me.
love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's from a different perspective, and I love that this, being coachable. Um, I think both of you touch bases heavily on. I asked that question because sometimes some people ask for help, and I'm glad you used that word, Renee. Some people ask for help. Some people say I am coachable. Um, but they it's always a hiccup sometimes on receiving the
Mm-hmm.
message. So it's like, in some cases it could be the person being coached. In some cases it could be the actual coach. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys spoke about meshing well, having that trust, that communication, um, having that genuine connection, because so that you can receive it. You know that this person is coming from a good place, has a good heart, and you receiving what they're trying to teach you to grow into. And like I said, this applies to everything. I wanted Mr. Nelson to jump on, but because we kind of spearheaded this real quick, I didn't have time to reach out to him. But like, even from his perspective, he's a football coach. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's helping his team to be successful in playing football. So, he's coaching them. He's having these genuine relationships with them, getting to know their strengths, their weaknesses, checking to see where their health is to make sure that they are effective and, running the plays that he calls, you know what I mean? And carrying them out through their success. And in his case, for high school, he's carrying them out from, you know, freshman year to senior year. You know what I'm saying? So that goes a long way, and people tend to carry those on when you follow those genuine aspects that you guys have spoke about. Um, I had another question I wanted to spin with you guys.
Oh, but quick,
Um,
quick before you go, can you hear me?
yes.
Yes.
You mentioned strengths and weaknesses. I
Mhm.
think it's very important for you to know and acknowledge your own strengths and weaknesses as
Yes.
well, and
Absolutely.
letting
Absolutely.
your mentor know, what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with, what you're very strong at, and what you're kind of, need more attention and assistance with. So just being honest with yourself and also your coach, and just being vulnerable and letting people know, like, okay, I'm very strong in this, but I need a little bit more help in this aspect. So work with
Mhm.
me a little bit. So I
I
just think that
like
when you got to
that. I like that.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
some great coaches, they when you're a good listener and a good uh, observer, shall I say, sometimes they can be good at seeing where your your weaknesses and your strengths are too,
Right. Yep.
so that they can help coach you in knowing how to apply that strength and to strengthen that weakness. Um, just like I want to just randomly ask you, and I'm not calling myself your coach. I'm not calling myself that. But like one thing you mentioned, just being transparent, just jumping on a live right now and not having prep time, and we was like, we're gonna get this in, we're gonna get this out, we gonna wrap it up and all that good stuff. And one thing you said that you were not comfortable with um, was going live. You didn't know the platform, you didn't know what the topic was to prepare for it, and you wanted to be like the celebrities to get the questions in advance and all that good stuff. But
Right.
like now that you're on here, just how you're flowing, and nothing like your delivery and your posture doesn't come off as I'm nervous, I'm scared, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm not prepared. Like it's real, and it doesn't come off scripted, and it doesn't come off fake,
Right.
right? But I want to ask
right.
you personally, how do you feel? I mean, now that we're wrapping this up, how do you
Mhm.
feel now that you actually jumped on and you've actually done this live? Just the way that we went about it. How do you feel so far?
Um, so let me start from the top. I do consider you as one of my coaches. Okay, so let's get that out the way. Um, I will call, text, message, Reese, all day. I don't care if she don't reply. I'm messaging again, and she's like, "You getting on my nerves," and I say, "I don't care." So let's go to this next question because we'll get this popping. So, but yes, I do consider you one of my coaches. So don't try to hide from me. Don't be
You
my
know
mess.
I don't. You know
Right.
I don't.
Um, but honestly, like I am still right now very nervous. I am very nervous right now. Public speaking and it's not my thing. So I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone and just do more of it so I can get so yeah, I'm still
And
nervous.
I just have to ask for the viewers out there, even throughout this process, and she said that she's very nervous. Did you guys get that perspective?
They heard all this stuttering.
And Mr. Nelson said you are doing an amazing job. You didn't need me. Oh, he talking to me. My bad. I'm terrible. Oh, but he did say no. He didn't see. He didn't get that vibe from you. So, yeah. And I said that for a reason, but I want to repeat with something that Mr. Jenkins has said, which is powerful. Before we wrap this up, he said self awareness. See, and Miss Deb said not at all. Oh, we didn't lost her. Miss Deb said not at all. She back on. Let's get her back on here. I don't know if she lost connection. Um, but yeah, even Miss Dave said you didn't sound like you were nervous. But Mr. Jenkins pointed out something very vital. He said self awareness is a much needed skill. Oftentimes, adults would rather mask their weaknesses than point them out to get help.
Mhm.
That is
So
powerful.
true. That's so true.
That is
Yeah.
powerful, and it's true.
Yeah.
Um, so that's why I pointed that out because um, like I said, something that you mentioned earlier, Shanae. And just speaking from my personal perspective, my personal experience, you know, it's easy to talk about for some people. It's easy to talk about the things that you're not comfortable with and the things that you are comfortable with. And really being coachable, you have to have that open mind to be stretched into the things that you are not comfortable with, because some of those things, you have never, because you're not comfortable with it, you've never taken a chance or a risk, shall I say, of executing those things and seeing which level, how it could take you. It could be hindering you from getting to the next level of your
Right.
success that you see and whatever it is that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So, being open minded to hearing the message, receiving the message, not taking offense to the message, and like you said, like Mr. Jenkins said, having self awareness of knowing who you are, um, where your strengths, where your weaknesses are, and again being open to stretching yourself out of your past your comfort zone. Um, to get over those things, because sometimes those are the things that are hindering us from getting to that next level that we so oftenly pray for and seek for and things of that sort. So this was amazing. Thank you, ladies, for being coachable, even at the last minute. When the coach called you, it's like, nah. It's like, I'm just joking. But no, this was amazing. This was amazing. So I think I can't really think of a wrap it up question, but I think I'm just gonna just spearhead it. Your advice to those out there who, they wish and pray, and they may be a little bit frustrated or feel a little stuck or hindered by where they are in life, period, and they're just like going through this process of fighting to get to the next level. So some of us, we're so used and so accustomed to being survivors, you know what I'm saying, just barely making it, how we say, keeping your head above water. But
Mhm.
those who really have the desire and the passion to not just be above water but walk on water, even though we can't, but just say, thinking. You see what I'm saying? Be above water, shall I say? Like that. Y'all get where I'm going with this. Y'all get
Yes,
where I'm going with it. So, for your advice to those people that want to get to the next level, and they're hindering that, like, what would be your advice to them?
I would say, if it's something that you really want to do, you really want to be successful in it, seek the help that you need, whether it's personal, business, whatever it is. Look or find someone that's going to help you. By you hiding behind your weakness is not going to get you anywhere. It's not. And it's nothing to be ashamed of you being weak in an area.
Mm-hmm.
So I would suggest that you get the help that you need, ask questions, and find somebody who's going to help you to get you where you want to be. And also, if you seeking this help, okay, whatever advice that they're giving you, then you need to be open minded as far as you receiving this, because you seeking their help. They don't want you to be wasting their time. So if you really seeking this help, then you need to be just being consistent and intentional about it when you asking for this help.
I love it.
Otherwise, if you're not, then you're not going to be successful. You still going to be stuck where you are. Simple as
Oh,
that.
crazy. I love that. I love that. Miss
Okay.
May.
So my advice is from a person that's currently trying to stay above water. Um, when you, I'm gonna just piggyback off of what Miss Renee said. When you do go seek that help, just know it doesn't always have to be someone in your immediate circle. Um, as long as it's somebody in the business or that profession, it's always going to be somebody that's willing to help. So do not feel, if you don't, mesh well with somebody in your immediate circle, don't feel like that's the end all be all. Just reach out to somebody who you see that you may think you might mesh well with.
Right.
That's one thing. And also, you got to study your craft, whatever that craft may be. Um, do your homework, do your research, and Once you start doing your own homework, then you'll know the right questions to ask, and you'll know and feel you can go to the right people. So
Mhm.
don't get in your own way. Get out of your own head.
Yep.
And also, I mean, read. If you're not a reader, get some audio books or whatever. You always need some type of motivation to get you started. So,
I
speaking
love
from
that.
experience, I'm trying to stay above water. I'm sure many others are trying to stay above water right now. So don't feel discouraged. Just do the work, and once you do the work, then great results will come.
I
Amen.
love that.
All right, Pastor
I'm gonna
Lee.
say study your craft and perfect it. You gotta study your craft and perfect it. I love that.
Pastor
Y'all powerful.
Pass the offering. That was it. Pass the offering.
I love it. That was it. So with that being said, we gave y'all some powerful nuggets today. Stay tuned in for more content to come. We want to talk about the real. Like I'm so tired of us just being stuck where we're being stuck, and then it's like complaining about where we're stuck is not going to unstuck us or unstick us. Shall I say? Shall I say? I'm gonna find some better lingo, but we're gonna keep these going because I love this. Like a lot of things, it just rolls over into life, and it's time for us to elevate. That's
Right,
it. And that's it. No more excuses. Like our excuses don't excuse us. It's time for us to elevate. So more of this to come. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please feel free to like, share, follow, whatever you want to do. Um, and catch you guys on the flip side. Have an amazing evening. Love you all. Stay blessed. Deuces. You only see one finger. Okay, there you go. Deuces.
All righty.